How many games can you develop at the same time? 1, maybe 2, or maybe 3 at the same time? Well, what about 6 at the same time? Or, fuck it, 25 at the same time? Who would develop 25 games at the same time? This is a very good question, fellow humans. Let me introduce you to the company called Appnori, or Appnori, whatever. So Appnori is a games company founded in 2011 by Howard Lee, a long-time mobile programmer and GUI development manager of Samsung Mobile. Appnori's physics puzzle game Toy Shot uses AI technology and realistic physics engine and was ranked overall top 1 in the South Korean App Store. Code taken from the Facebook page of the Korean creative content agency Europe. That will be important in a minute. Anyways, on the YouTube channel of Appnori, which is named Baseball Kings, you can find footage of the #1 South Korean App Store game Toy Shot. And it's an Angry Birds clone that was released in 2011, 3 years after the original Angry Birds. From the one review I watched about the game, it is quite good and has some redeeming qualities. It is nothing that I would call suspicious, and around 2011 there was an increase in smartphone usage, so it's probably a good idea to invest in one of those games to jumpstart your business. The presentation on YouTube is awful even for 2011, and even though YouTube was a different beast back then, their appearance is not something that I would call professional. Unlike my channel that looks very professional, but you should subscribe, turn on notifications, follow me on Twitter and leave a like and comment as well. The next game, as far as I know, was Baseball Kings, released in 2014, and it was a baseball arcade sim. The videos about BK on Appnori's channel have well over 600k views, and it seems that the game has gained a little bit of attention at the time. I could even find a review from 2017 that praised the game to high heavens and wished for a sequel. Appnori still looks very decent so far. Sure, their presentation is still awful, but I wouldn't judge anyone that is trying to make a living out of creating games, so let's move on to the next game called Mazecraft, and oh boy. Maybe here is where we will see a slight shift in the company's attitude. Toy Shot was a copy of Angry Birds, but as far as I know, it had original assets. Baseball Kings was a simple baseball arcade sim, but featured, as far as I know, original art as well. Mazecraft is a 3D Pac-Man-like multiplayer game with Minecraft aesthetics, which doesn't sound that bad. I think it's fine to copy good games and make it your own. The problem here is that the characters you play as have costumes, and those costumes look eerily similar to some Marvel heroes, including my personal man crush, Capitano Americano. I know, the mobile market is a very different beast, but as far as I know, Appnori has no partnership or affiliation with Marvel, so this is pretty much copyright infringement. I know it's a tricky topic, but this is pretty much a shut and close case. I think what Appnori was trying to do here is to make the use of the halo effect, which basically comes down to connect your brand to a more successful brand and get a part of their attention and their success. This is the first chink in Appnori's armor, and trust me, there are more of those chinks coming. On the 16th of December 2015, a video was released called Baseball Kings VR for Oculus Rift, which I assume is the prototype of the early access title Baseball Kings VR, released on Steam in 2018. The only comment on the video is Oculus Rift, even though the video has 30k views. I'm always suspicious when a video has so many views and not even a 10% interaction rate. I'm not accusing Appnori of view manipulation, but it does look very strange. Also, it seems that Appnori is oblivious to the concept of correcting spelling mistakes or changing descriptions or making updates to anything, which we will see once we arrived at the Kings era. On the 2nd of March 2018, Appnori released a video titled VR Casino Game Play Preview. Again with an error in the title, this time leaving a space between preview and the bracket. As far as I know, nothing came out of it. And if it did, it was not released under the Appnori mantle. Now we have finally arrived at the Kings era of Appnori. On the channel itself, they start posting about Ping Pong Kings VR on the 31st of August 2016. On the same day, they posted several showcases of Ping Pong Kings VR as well as Baseball Kings VR on what seems to be two different conventions. Both games, apart from the main gameplay mechanic, look very similar. So it's safe to assume that throughout 2015 and 2016, or even earlier, they have been working on PPK and VK at the same time, sharing character models, VR gameplay, mechanics, and other assets. From the 25th of December 2016 until the 21st of March 2017, Appnori released small updates on the two games which mostly featured UI. The video on the 15th of February 2017 pretty much confirms my assumptions that they were working on PPK and VK at the same time, since you can see updated gameplay footage from both games in a booth in some random convention. On the 1st of April 2017, there is a random video about a convention game for Kia. I have no idea what the video is actually trying to say, nor do I know how the game was played, but this is just another indication that Appnori was working on two games, but also took some time to work on random convention games. From the 26th of April 2017 until the 1st of May 2017, there are a few uploads showcasing PPK and BK again. On the 21st of June 2017, we'll get some evidence that Appnori wasn't only working on two games at the same time, they were working on 3 games at the same time, since their demo reel at the timestamp of 1 minute and 12 seconds shows footage of Box Kings VR. That's a lot, but do you want to know how many games Appnori wants to have out by 2020? Well, Howard, why don't you tell us how many games you want to make by 2020?
By 2020, we will deliver 25 more titles to the market. Even at this moment, 5 more titles in our pipeline.
Wow, 25 titles by 2020. And tell us, how do you plan to do that?
How all these things can be possible? Because we have a very strong team. Our leadership has more than 50 years of experience in gaming, company operation, and business development. We also have a strong team who has an abundant background of gaming industry and other digital industries.
I'm not sure, but as far as I know, knowledge of certain industry doesn't mean jack shit if you don't have the manpower, time, and money. But wait. Appnori got it covered. Remember Korea Creative Content Engines Europe? Well, they're actually a government institution. Well, here you go.
Right now, we are backed by Korean government financially for 2 years. It should be all spent for developing more titles that is promised to the Korean government. So we are raising $2 million more to scale up, which should be spent for marketing, partnering with more sports stars, and advertising.
So just to recap, Appnori wants 25 sports titles by 2020. Right now they are being subsidized by the Korean government, and they want to succeed with that by having more than 50 years of industry experience. Also, they have 5 games in the pipeline. Without knowing anything about VR games development, I would say it can be pretty hard to make 25 sports titles in a few years, let alone 3. Let's jump into the video from the 9th of August 2017. There we can see the following games: Boxing Kings VR, Badminton Kings VR, Fencing Kings VR, Football Kings VR, and Archer Kings VR. You might think, oh, those are one of those 5 games I was talking about in the beginning of the video. Not quite, and let me finish up with the videos first. The next video from 23rd of September 2017 features Manny Pacquiao. Who is Manny Pacquiao? Emmanuel Dapridan Pacquiao is a Filipino professional boxer and politician currently serving as a senator of the Philippines. Pacquiao is regarded by many boxing historians as one of the greatest professional boxers of all time. Code taken directly from Wikipedia, and to be honest, I can't be bothered to double check because this sounds crazy enough to be true, and this is not the first time Appnori tried to make use of the halo effect. They tried to connect their baseball game with the Taiwanese baseball team Flamingo Monkeys, but I guess that brand deal didn't came to be. After that, there are more random videos heavily featuring Manny, I think, to get us some attention. And then we reach the Unholy 6. In the order they have been released on Steam: Squash Kings VR, Badminton Kings VR, Ping Pong Kings VR, Archery Kings VR, Baseball Kings VR, and finally Tennis Kings VR. All the descriptions are eerily similar. Experience this feeling, insert ball sports here, in your home, insert ball sports here. Kings is a VR sports game which you can experience a lifelike, insert ball sports here, play in virtual reality, applied realistic physical ball spinning and movement. Every one of those games have mixed reception, meaning that the rating is around 50%. Every update page looks barren since 2018, and except for Squash Kings, that was the first early access game, the response rate is abysmal. Here's the response rate for August 2019. Squash Kings VR, 8 out of 11. Badminton Kings VR, 1 out of 7. Ping Pong Kings VR, 1 out of 7. Archery Kings VR, 0 out of 5. Baseball Kings VR, 2 out of 5. Tennis Kings VR, 0 out of 3. How do you want to support 25 games at the same time if you can't even take your time to respond to a few posts on Steam, and some of those posts are specifically asking for fixes and updates or claiming that this game is dead? With all that said, we have even looked at the games, and to be honest, we don't have to spend too much time with those games themselves. It would be a little bit hyperbolic to claim that they are copies of each other, but the games are not similar. They do literally share assets. They share characters, they share UI, they share music, they share physics, and they probably share AI as well. I guess that is how they're going to make 25 games by 2020. Just copy and paste the game, make a slight adjustment and call it a day. Attach the game to a named celebrity and there we go. Perfect business model. What could go wrong ever with this? And this is not where it stops, right? Howard wants to actually make this like a, I don't know, into esports. They want 25 games and then competition online, because apparently those games have multiplayer, but if nobody buys a game, nobody plays it, how can you have multiplayer? And with 25 titles, it's... Quick question at the end. How much do you think those games cost? $50 each. Yup. I do understand that it could cost that much because it's a VR game, but they cost $50 each and they seem eerily similar, and they do share assets a lot. There are more things to discover, there are more videos to watch, and there are more information to present, like the existence of a company called Paw Paw Games Limited that has the same phone number as Appnori and the same CSO and CEO for both companies. But at this point, I don't think that I need further information to make the case that Appnori and its members are a little bit delusional, incompetent to a certain extent, and it seems that they don't really know what they are doing. I wouldn't say they are scamming people, I'm just saying they probably do not know exactly what they are doing, and they are a little bit delusional in what they are trying to do. Let me tell you, once you jump into a rabbit hole, just continue until you can't see the light of day anymore. Anyways, there's more information, but that's how far I want to go. If you want to check out everything for yourself, I linked everything in the description. Have fun diving into that rabbit hole. I did talk to devs and I asked their input, and it didn't fit the whole video. It was more an afterthought. Anyways, thanks to Matthias Boga. You should check his comic out and follow him on social media. Also, big thanks to Tan, one of the creators of Songboard Symphony. You should try it out. Links in the description. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, turn notifications, like, comment, you know the drill. Take care of yourselves and have a nice and wonderful day.